got a lot to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, to start with, Congress is continuing to push for answers on the mystery drones. Are they getting those answers? Maybe not, but they're asking the questions.
Last year, we all remember drones. I'm not talking about we're behind in the technology and all the technical issues. A lot of people saw them. There were sightings. The Coast Guard saw them. The nuclear plant in my district, professionals saw them. Chiefs of police were in my office the other day, and they asked if I could find out more about it. Originally they said that they didn't know what it was. The Pentagon didn't know what it was. Department of Defense, they knew it was something, nothing to fear. They didn't know where they were going, what they had, but nothing to worry about. Then we were told that it was just backyard drones. We found out that wasn't accurate either. And now recently we've been told it was the FAA, which I don't understand, because if it was the FAA, wouldn't we have communicated? We spent a lot of money getting the Department of Defense out there, getting advanced radar systems out there that could detect if they were doing frequency skipping, spent money with the different agencies, police officers, the municipal police, chiefs of police. None of them knew what was going on. Can anybody tell me, if it was the FAA, why wasn't there some level of communication? Mr. Daniels, you look like a brave man.
Congressman, I'll jump in. If it was the FAA, we have standards and rules associated with who can we operate in and around the airspace for any type of drones. That means we weren't aware of it, and we remain committed to working with the agency in ensuring that situational awareness occurs in and around all of our airports.
Yeah, well, that's good and all, and I'm going to yield in a second. Something's up. I don't know. It was either a gross malfunction, dysfunction in communication, horrible, or there's something more to it, one or the other. And I still nobody can give me a good answer. I yield back, Chairman.
Yeah, it was definitely more to it, right? Something is going on with the mystery drones. They're clearly not FAA-approved vehicles for research and other purposes. These things are all over the world, getting in the way of air traffic, forcing airports to shut down repeatedly, again, all over the world. This is a crazy phenomenon. We don't have any answers for it. T.O. Red Octopus is reminding us of the story I did a while back. Others have covered it as well. But in New Jersey, the firefighters were issued this warning: recommendations for encountering downed UAVs. If you see a mystery drone, what do? They should not be approached. Fire service members should utilize full PPA with SCBA when establishing the isolation and evacuation distances and not re-enter the zones once established. Request hazardous materials response unit and local hazmat team. Request the nearest bomb squad. But they're just FAA approved vehicles for research and other purposes. FAA approved nuclear assets with bombs in them or something. What the hell, guys? We don't have any answers on the mystery drones. They are still ongoing. It is a crazy, crazy situation. Meanwhile, speaking of Congress, Disclosure Party has a good point here. Congress created DoD Aero to investigate UFOs and declassify government activities related to UFOs, including any past disinformation efforts. Aero refuses to declassify anything and has itself been accused of spreading further UFO disinformation on behalf of the Pentagon. Meanwhile, an elementary school in New Mexico now has been left to shoulder the responsibility of storing the largest UFO archive in North America. And I'll link to this and you can watch and see what he's talking about. I thought he had a good point. Aero refusing to declassify anything. And now we have the declassification task force led by Anna Polina Luna, now a bipartisan effort to get, these various conspiracies out there declassified, get us some actual answers on some of these, mysteries that have been plaguing the United States for many years. So why would they have created the task force to independently declassify UFO stuff if they expected AARO to do anything. So I think this just shows that Congress has no faith in AARO. Maybe Kirsten Gillibrand does, but she's the only one. Meanwhile, speaking of mysteries and the conspiracy stuff, Ross Coulthart is asked whether he believes JFK was assassinated because of something to do with UFOs. And here's his answer.
Real documents that show that in the final months of his presidency, JFK was pushing the CIA to be more open with the Soviets, with the USSR, about UFOs. And in fact, this was eventually written into a nuclear test ban treaty. There were specific references to UFOs in the treaty that reflected JFK's concern that it was needed to have some kind of interdiction because UFOs were being detected and caught on radar by both the Soviets and the Americans. And there was a genuine fear, a real worry that a nuclear war might happen because one side or the other might think that they were being attacked, when in fact it was anomalous objects, UFOs. And in fact, my good friend, Australian Jeff Cruikshank, has done a lot of work on how the CIA were involved in spoofing UFO signals in Soviet airspace because that lunatic who was running the US Air Force, Curtis LeMay, was really interested in provoking a nuclear conflagration with the Soviets early in the American administration. And thank heavens for Pippa Malmgren's wonderful dad, Harold Malmgren, who I think at the age of 27 talked down Curtis LeMay and other Air Force officials from doing this kind of extraordinarily confrontational and inflammatory thing to the Soviets. So yes, I do think there is something to the notion that JFK was interested in UAPs. There's other material on the public record which I'm less certain about.
Yeah, and then he starts talking about the Marilyn Monroe stuff, and did she know anything? I'm trying to get you a good screenshot, Ross. Work with me. Okay, there we go. But yeah, those are his thoughts about whether JFK was killed because of pushing the CIA to be more open about UAP with the Soviet Union. Very interesting theory. Of course, there's other evidence as well, the Byrne memo and other things that might suggest, if those are real, that, yeah, JFK was pushing for UFO transparency and openness generally, and answers, anyway, at the very least, answers on the UAP topic. And could that have had something to do with his assassination? Well, who knows? Who knows if, like the Byrne memo is real or not? But yeah, we will hopefully find out something soon with the declassification task force. I'm not holding my breath on that. I'm not holding my breath. But it's exciting to think that we're closer to answers than we've ever been. But they'll probably just, Lucy in the football us, as Chumbles would say. And, it is what it is, unfortunately. But this is a really interesting clip. Moving on to the next story. I think this is a really important clip from Lieutenant Colonel John Blitch.
The thing that really stood out to me was that the second abduction, as he describes it, and I hope I get this right, and I hope Jeff forgives me if I don't get it right, but hopefully I'll have a chance to correct it if I screw it up, was the second abduction. There was a panel of I think an Army and an Air Force colonel, and then 3 ETs, I shouldn't say ET, non-human intelligence. I don't know if they're so it was like a panel. And the impression that he shared with us was that they were trying to gather intelligence on these other guys that had taken it, whoever those other NHI were.
Okay, now that's something that I've talked several times about, is the function of the MILABs, is that they seem to be trying to gather intelligence on whoever is abducting people. And, we have, the abductor, the people that are abducted, the abductees, the contactees, the experiencers that are being taken aboard these UFOs. And then sometimes Those people are then abducted by the military or the control group, who then question them about, for example, technology that other group is using. But what I don't normally hear in my lab's experiences, once or twice, but rare, is the idea that there are actually beings, NHI, among the control group people or the MILABs people that are carrying out these MILABs abductions, which is really, really interesting and I think very important and very significant. That, yeah, the control group is working with beings. And for whatever reason, those beings are interested in learning what those other beings are doing. And it also helps explain why some of the MILABs, the abductions, they seem to use a lot of the same technology that the abductors use. I mean, if they are NHI working with the control group on these MILAB abductions, it makes sense that they can use some of the same techniques. But then why is that group that's working with the control group so interested in the technology of the group that is carrying out the abductions, apparently rogue abductions that are not sanctioned by the control group, because they carry out their own, although it's unclear if those are all MILABs or not. I don't think they are. I think the evidence speaks to regular abductions, if I can call it that, being carried out by NHI, working with humans. But there also is this component of the MILABs. We need a lot more answers on all of that. I think that's a very important question to get answered. What the hell is the control group doing? What beings are they working with? If we're working with some beings and shooting down UFOs belonging to other beings, is humanity involved in some sort of proxy war? And that's why they carry out these MILABs, is to gather intelligence on that other faction. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, a cool UFO sighting shared by Wixie, a UFO gets hit by a laser pointer and then evades it with a sudden 90-degree turn multiple times. There's the laser pointer. And that UFO is just boogieing across the sky. Look at that. Love it. That's a great sighting. Yeah, there you go. It changes direction, flashes, changes direction again. Instant acceleration. Great sighting. Great sighting. I hope this is legit. I hope this is the real deal, because if so, that's just a fantastic sighting. But let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I've got to see this again. Look at that. Fast moving object. Changing direction. What do you think? Is that CGI or is that legit? It looks good, guys. It looks good. Meanwhile, speaking of Chumples, he sent me this. Check it out. We got a Kung Fu robot, guys. We've got a Kung Fu robot. I don't think this is CGI. I think that's an actual freaking Kung Fu robot, guys. I'm worried. I'm a little worried, but let me know what you think. Chumples also sent me this. A mutated tribe can swim to the bottom of the ocean after developing sea nomad genome. And it's talking about this tribe who indeed can swim. They can go underwater for like 11 minutes. And everybody in the tribe can do this. And that's, several minutes longer than, 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Yeah, I think the longest normal person can hold their breath for is 11 minutes. But everybody in the tribe can hold their breath for 13 minutes. They've got some mutated genome or evolved genome where their spleens are different from the rest of us, and it allows them to hold in more oxygen and thus to dive deeper. So this tribe has been diving for so many years on this island that they have actually evolved to do it better. Pretty cool, right? Thanks, Jumbles. Oh, and Tim Clark sent me some great videos, too. He sent me a bunch of them. Let me just show you a couple of them. This one is from Only Real UFOs. Fast-moving UFO was filmed from a helicopter in New Zealand. All right, let's check it out. No, okay, here we go. Look at this. This is really good. I mean, it's a grainy-ass footage. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. But look at that. Look at that super fast-moving UFO going right by the helicopter, right by the camera. Reminds me a little bit of the Beaver, Utah UFO, which I love. But let's, yeah, look at that. Look at that thing. Super fast. Blink if you miss it. That is a gorgeous capture of a UFO. Well, as gorgeous as a grainy capture can be. But look at that thing. Buzzing the helicopter. So is that a Dragon UFO? You know, these small UFOs that buzz aerial vehicles? Is it something else? Let me know what you guys think. Let's see if we can get the best still of it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, very, very interesting. Now, is it elongated like that just because it's moving so fast? Or is it actually that long? Yeah, let me know what you think. Great capture. Thank you, Tim. He also sent me this fast moving UFO. It looks like vacation videos in Florida, and they captured this. Yeah, just a guy hanging out on the beach. Yeah, here's let's see here, the real time, if there is real time. Okay, there's music. Yeah, here's the real time. Blink and you miss it. But what actually happened there was a UFO. Super fast UFO whizzing across the sky. There you go, right there. You can see it right there. Only in a few frames, it's moving so fast. It looks lenticular or disc-shaped. I wonder how many vacation videos unintentionally show a UFO and nobody picked up on it. I bet there's thousands, if not millions, of vacation videos where, yeah, there's UFOs in them. Nobody noticed because they're so damn fast. Yeah, thank you, Tim. I think this is awesome footage. Meanwhile, I was talking with some buddies about this last night. Scientists created a woolly mouse with mammoth traits. That's right, guys. We've got woolly mice now. I don't know if this is a good thing. They're pretty cute, though. I hate for them to subject animals to this sort of testing. But at the same time, I kind of want to see what they would look like with tusks. You know, make a real woolly mammoth, but like in miniature. Nah, that'd be horrible. I take it all back. But check it out. We've got woolly mammoth mice. Woolly mammoth mice, guys. I don't know, guys. I think that whole thing is sketchy. Making mutant animals. I think that sounds kind of wrong, but it also makes you curious about the possibilities. But let me know what you think about that. But let's see. Last but not least is this epic zip line at Tadphane Waterfalls in Laos. That'd probably be my reaction too. Okay, let me know what you think about this amazing zip line and these crazy people doing this in the comments below. Of course, everything else too. Thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Smash the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Damn, that is a hell of a zip line. Oh, that makes me want to do that. That is amazing. Yeah, buy my recent book. I'm a novelist. I write science fiction and fantasy books. If you like that kind of thing, with a pulpy, fast-paced, action-packed spin, check out my latest book, The Bounty, book 1 of my new Cosmic Road series. Links to my book below. You can also become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. You can buy a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below. And there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.